Welcome to an out-of-the-box playthrough. Today we're going to be playing through the new Marvel United X-Men standalone game. I've already set it up for Xavier Mode, which is the solo mode where you play with 3 characters. I am starting with Beast, Jean Grey and Cyclops, the original X-Men, no Iceman yet, and they're going to face off against Magneto. We've got 6 locations that were randomly drawn. Each one of those then has a random threat allocated to it, and we're playing against the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So we've got Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Mastermind, and the Blob, and 2 magnetic force fields, which, as long as Magneto is in this or adjacent locations, he cannot be damaged. I'll read those out as we go. The dashboard is set up. Magneto has 7 health. And the only other difference is we don't have a rescue civilians. In this particular villain, we have Cerebro, and I will show you how that works as we go through. And we have normal, defeat thugs, and clear threats. We have to get rid of 2 of these in order to start attacking Magneto directly. I am going to shuffle up the cards and deal myself 5. And as per normal, the villain starts first. So we draw a card for the villain and start on our storyline. So in this card, he will move once clockwise. What's that doing there? That's not a place. He will do BAM, which means he does his BAM effect, which is add 1 villain to his location. He will do 1 damage to each one at his location, which we don't have. Every hero at an adjacent location discards 1 action token. We don't have any of those, that's no problem. Then we go clockwise around anyone else who triggers. And Mastermind, oh that's nasty. Heroes at this and adjacent locations will reveal one of their hands. Reveal 1 card from their hands. I guess that will be 3 of us. And for each punch, I've got 1 with a punch. Discard a civilian from that hero's location, which isn't great because our lose condition, the villainous plot, is that we'd have no more civilians. And so we've only got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, which isn't great. Quicksilver, deal 1 damage to the hero with the most cards in their hand. It's only me. We have to lose a card. And I think I will get rid of that one, can go into there. So now down to 4 cards. And Blob. Discard 1 civilian from this location. Deal 1 damage and give 1 token to 1 hero at this location, which is easy. Now we also have to place more thugs. If we get an overflow, that converts civilians into thugs, so that goes towards Magneto's villainous plot. So he gets 1 on his current location on each. And that is him. Done. Right, we draw a card. Watch me draw a card. These are nasty because if we don't get rid of these, we can't kill Magneto, but Quicksilver is pretty painful as well. So what I might do is I might play so I've got 3 turns before the next one. And I've got 2 Jean Greys, which isn't going to help, but I've got a couple of those. Why don't we do a Beast move and do a punch off the Scarlet Witch. Next turn, draw a card. Oh, that's not bad. play Cyclops, he can have a move, and then he's got 3 punches, which will remove the Scarlet Witch, which is handy, which means we declare a threat. And then it's at the end of Cyclops' turn. Another hero at this or adjacent location can draw a card. Thank you very much. My third action, I'm going to play Beast to move and then do 3 against Quicksilver, because he's a serious threat. Did I pick up a card? I don't think I drew a card then. How many I should have? Yeah, I lost 1. So that's right, 4 cards. So I've done 3. Now it's time for villain. Oh, this is nasty. So he goes 0, but he has organic eye manipulation. Give each hero 1 crisis token. So we'll take 3 crisis tokens. And then each hero takes the number of damage equal to their correct crisis tokens. So I'll take 3 damage, which is me nearly dead. And then he will activate where he is, which doesn't have an activation, so that's easy. And he will have 1 more. And that goes to a overflow. So we look up our overflow. They can't be added. Turn all the civilians at that location and both adjacents into thugs. So that one gets converted into a thug. And those 2 gets converted into a thug. So now I've only got 3 civilians. Right, that's him done. Then I will draw a card. I really want to get another card, and I've got a move and a punch. If I do Jean Grey, that might work. I really want to end someone on Mir Island. That's just not going to happen. Okay, so we'll go with Jean Grey. She'll punch that thug, and then do a move, and then with the 2 wild cards, she'll do a move and a punch, which will exit Quicksilver, which is lucky. We'll clear that threat. End of your turn, you may move to any other location. That's an excellent question. I think we'll throw her over here. Then we draw a card. We've got 2 of those. So if we do Beast, we could go 1 there. And do 2 damage there. I'll do 1 damage and 1. Oh, I'm not going to overflow that yet, so I'll do 2 damage to Blob. Then I'll draw a card. So I could get a token, and I can get move, and I've got a general. And I've got no choice, so I've only got Cyclops, or I can do an Optic Blast, which would allow me to attack both adjacent locations, which isn't going to help that much, really. guess we will not too worried about the move. We'll get our token, freebie. And then I'll do a move. And discard that to attack Blob. Right then, so it's villain. He will move 2 around. Magneto's helmet. Until the next villain phase, cancel all special effects on hero cards. And Magneto and his henchmen ignore the first damage each hero turn. Whew, that's not great. We can activate where he is. Heroes in this and adjacent locations, which will be there. So we reveal our hand, and then we discuss to discard 1 civilian, which we don't have, which is handy. And then he will place 2 more villains. So I'll have 1 there, and 1 over here. Okay, so that's not great, so we'll draw a card. Now this is a good one. Normally I would be able to draw cards. However, all special effects on hero cards have been cancelled. So that one isn't going to help me this till the next villain turn. So that is a bit worrying. So what are we doing? We've got to move. And what I could do is I could play Cyclops. He will do a move and do an optic blast where he is. And his, can't use his special ability. Never mind. Right, so now we've got moving a star. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this Cerebro with Cyclops. So you play it's a move and a heroic action, but you don't get to use them, you get to fill both of them up. So you basically have to do that 3 times to complete that one. And now I've got Jean Grey. And my Miles, or when you get rid of one of these, the villain acts every two cards. So I might as well do that. So she'll do that twice. That will complete that, which is handy. Those all scoot along. Magneto was going to go anyway, and off he goes. I can get his helmet again. So he doesn't move. He cancels all the special effects on cards. His henchmen ignore the first bit of damage. Triggers Mastermind, which does nothing, and he gets 2 placed in his adjacent spaces. That is very unlucky because I am very card short. Jean Grey, so she can't use her telekinesis. All we've got is a move and a star, and we don't want to rescue any civilians because that would be very dumb thing to do. So basically can only move. But technically, if I do Jean Grey, I'll move twice. And I'll end there. And another hero is me. So I'm drawing a card. I guess no, that's not right, is it? I'm going to have to get someone else there as well. Fine. I will then draw that, and I'll play Cyclops. He will do a fight. Get one of those, with one of his wild cards, and then he'll do 2 moves. another hero with this place, so we'll draw a card, which gives us a bit of a buffer. And now, because we've only got 2 left, Magneto is going to trigger right away, because it's every 2 cards. So he'll move twice. 1, 2. Oh, and then I think I'm dead. So, organic eye manipulation, draw. Each hero, give each hero 1 crisis token, so I've now got 6, and then each hero takes the number of damage equal to the, so I've only got 2 cards, so I'm KO'd, and that is the end for me, normally. But I'm going to carry on. I'm going to say I'm going to have 1 KO, because otherwise it's just, that's a really hard card. I've thought about doing it with just getting 1. I'll put a question on Board Game Geek. But if I did carry on, so we'll clear off all the crisis tokens, and he will trigger his, which nothing happens, but he will get a thug. So I'm kind of playing a variant where you get 1 KO. It's an official variant, it's in the rules. And then we'll see how we go. But I have no cards. So what happens when you KO? I think I draw back up to make it easier. 1 or 2 extra KOs before defeat. Lay down the fillers, resolve the villain page starting next place. Place all hero pieces upright. Draw up to 6 cards from your deck. Okay. I will do that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll carry on. So what am I going to do now? I have to either clear threats. I want to get rid of Blob. And I've got a 2 from Cyclops. Let's go on a punching fest. That sounds like a fun thing to do. For Beast, we'll do 2 on the Blob. And he will do 2 on the thugs. Okay. To end a round, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck to gain 2 tokens. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'd rather keep my cards. He's going to trigger next round. I really have to get rid of this magnetic force field. And I've got a 2, what's Optic Blast? Or I could go, Beast could do a move, a punch, and then 2 of those. Seems like a waste to use as a regenerating factor. So, why don't we send Cyclops there? He'll use the 2 moves, and he'll do 1 Optic Blast where he is, and then 1 at each adjacent. So that worked out okay. Of course, I'm spread a bit thin. Magneto. He moves 3. 1, 2, 3, which is perfect. He triggers that one there. Oh, and adjacent locations. So we draw 1 random from their hands. Well, it's easy. And then we put 1 on each location. So we get 1 here. Mirror Island and Asteroid M. I don't usually lay them out so tightly, but it's just to fit them on the video. Okay, draw a card. Really want to get rid of that one, and I've got a punch, and I've got 2 of those. So we'll do Cyclops. So we'll punch a thug, which gets rid of that one. And we're now vulnerable, and we'll then use the 2 stars on there, and then Cyclops again. He'll punch and do 2 more stars on there, which will complete this one, which means I get my threat cleared, which means I can immediately draw 3 more cards. And at the end of turn, you may heal, deal 1 damage to a thug at any location. Fine, I'll do that one because we don't want an overflow over there. And that's my 2. So let's see, now we're onto it. He's not moving, he's bamming there, but that doesn't, bam, he adds 1 to his current location. And each hero adjacent, we don't have any action tokens, so that's easy. You can place 3 more. And 1 there, 1 there, there. And he's done. Right, let's go get him. What have we got? We've got a fight from Cyclops. Let's I don't have any Cyclops cards, which is a bit annoying. Well, if we do that one, we'll move with Jean Grey, and she can do 1 punch. Magneto, and while we're at it, we'll do another Jean Grey, and then we'll do 3 more. I can draw a card. Okay, villain turn. He's going to move 1. He's going to do a bam, which he does actually, so he adds 1 to his current location. I think we've just lost. We'll worry about that in a minute. It says bam as he deals 1 damage to each hero. Each hero in adjacent location may discard an action token, which I don't have, and we have an overflow. Turn all the civilians at the current location and both adjacents to villain. And that is the end. So the villainous plot, heroes lose if at any moment there are no civilians at any locations. So it actually looked like I was getting close, even though I had that extra KO. However, because I wasn't managing Muir Island very well, overflow, you've got to really manage the overflow. So that is a playthrough of lots of cards of X-Men Marvel United. I think I'll try Sabretooth next time. So there is, if you guys are interested, there's a number of villains. You've got Sabretooth, Juggernaut, and Mystique. And the other interesting thing about this one is that purple characters like Magneto and Mystique can also be played as heroes. So there's lots of combinations. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.